Hello everyone, Debbie here. Welcome back to Barossa Valley Crafts. So I have a Facebook group called Cardmaking for Beginners and Beyond. And one of the members there has posted a picture of a triangular box and they wanted to know how to make it. So I've been fiddling around for the last couple of hours trying to work it out. And this is what I have come up with. So I don't know if it's identical to the one she was showing, but this is what I've come up with, and I'm going to show you how I have made this. So it'd make a nice little gift box. And so you could open up one of the sides to pop something in and then close it all up again. Oh, now I can't even do it properly. There we go. So let me show you how I have worked this one out. Like I say, I don't know if it's the same as the one she was showing, but it looked okay. So let me show you the pieces I have used to make mine. So your base card is 11 by 4 inches or 28 by 10.2 centimetres. And I have then scored it. So on the long side, now if you've got a scoreboard, you can use that. If not, just use a ruler and a blunt tool like a biro that doesn't work, or a stylus, or a bone folder, something that you can use to score with. And we're going to score it at 3.5 inches or 9 centimetres, 7 inches or 17.9 centimetres, and 10.5 inches or 26.5 centimetres. So that's those lines going down that way on my piece of card here. I've done this on white so it's easier for you to see. So if you don't have a scoreboard, just mark it at those measurements at the top and the bottom, and then join those marks together with your blunt tool. Then rotate it, and on the short side, score it at 1 inch and 3 inches, or 2.5 and 7.5 centimetres. So that's those two going down that way. Then, from the score line, so we'll start up this end, measuring out from the score line, measure 1 inch or 2.5 centimetres and put a little mark. Then do the same thing at each score line going down. So if you put your ruler at the one, like put your ruler, your 1 inch mark on your score line, and mark it at 1 inch either side of that score line. And if you're working in centimetres, so you'll line it up on your 2.5 centimetres and then mark it an equal distance, so 1 inch, which is so 2.5 centimetres either side of that score line. So do that at the top and the bottom on both, so there as well, and again at the end. So measure in 2.5 centimetres or 1 inch and put a little mark. So you're going to do that the top and the bottom of each. I'll just go through it again. So from your first score line, measure in 1 inch or 2.5 centimetres and put a little mark. And you can, if you want to, draw a line from that little mark down to where the two score lines intersect if you want to. And then at each score mark, top and bottom, measure out the same. So 1 inch or 2.5 centimetres either side of the score line. And then on the furthest end away, again 1 inch from the end of the card in, or 2.5 centimetres. Then what you're going to do is getting some scissors, we're going to cut on those lines. So we're going to cut, so where all these squiggles are, we're going to cut them out. So we're just going to trim those off, and we'll do that all the way along. And then when you get to this end, I've cut just a little notch out. So I've only got a little tab there, and then I'm going to cut that. And same this end, so I'll do a little notch and then cut to that little mark. So just keep doing that until you've got all those pieces cut out, and then you will end up with a piece that looks like that. I'll just get these little bits out of the way. Okay, so you've gone from that to that. So hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so now we're going to go on to our next pieces. So we're going to cut our matte layers. So you'll need 3 matte layers. I'll flip those over because they're shining in my eyes. So cut 3 matte layers that are 3 1/4 by 1 3/4 of an inch, or 8.2 by 4.5 centimetres, and cut 3, which is this one, that are 3 inches by 3/4 of an inch, or 8 by 2 centimetres. Then our decorative papers, we're going to cut 3 pieces that are 3 by 1.5 inches, and 3 pieces, 7.5 by 3.7 centimetres, and then 3 pieces that are 3 inches by 1/2 inch, or 7.5 by 1.5 centimetres. Then attach those, I've done it with double-sided tape obviously, attach those mats and layers together so that they're ready to put onto your base card. You can use glue if you prefer, but because I'm using a mirror card, I'm using tape. Whoops, so with this one, it doesn't matter that it goes from one end to the other because they're going to be trimmed off. You just need to have them centered at the top and the bottom there. So there we have 3 of those and 3 of those. So now we're going to start putting it together. So we'll bring back our card. Now I'll lift my bone folder somewhere, hang on. I'll just grab another one. Oh, I just found it, it's on the floor. So where you've got these score lines, we're going to fold and burnish those score lines on your base. So while I'm doing this, I will add a link in the description to my Facebook group. If you'd like to join, you're more than welcome. Come and share your cards with other people and any hints, tips and ideas. We're not limited to brands. Any branded product is acceptable. And just fold in these lines. Okay. So on your little tab, you need to add some adhesive. So I've used double-sided tape. Again, you can use glue if you prefer. And we're going to fold that little tab over and line that up with there and push it together. So that will then give us our triangle shape. And I probably should have added my mats and layers before doing that. Yes, I should have. I wonder if I can peel that off. Oh, I might be lucky. I'll See if I can add my bit of paper first. Oh, phew. Right, let's start again. Next step, we're going to add our mats and layers to here. So again, you can use glue if you prefer. And these are going to go on here. Now, you don't have to have mats and layers. You can just do a single layer if you prefer. Just a personal preference and how much work you want to do, I guess. Just pop all those in place. If you're using directional paper, be sure you cut them to suit the direction that you want them to go. Right, now these three are going to go up the top here. Oh, I haven't put any tape on this one. Pop some tape on here. Oh, I haven't done it on any of them, so I'll just pop that on. 41 degrees here at the moment, so good place to be inside, out of the heat. Roll on winter. Okay, so now we're going to pop these onto here. So we're going to try and get it in the centre. I'm just going to turn it upside down to make it easier for me. So we're just going to pop those there. Again, make sure you've got them all facing the same way. And last one. So I've only used my scrappy bits of paper to do this. It's another good way to use the scraps. And another good item to make where you don't have to have all fancy equipment. Then flip it over and just trim off. Use my bigger scissors, I think. Just trim those off level with the edge of the other one. Oh, would have been better to use glue here. I'm trying to cut the tape and the tape's harder to cut. There we go. I missed a little bit here. Just trim that off. Oh, stubborn little piece, that one. There, that's got it. Okay, so now it looks like that. Now we'll put it together. So now add your adhesive to there and join your folded line with your cut line. Here we go. I'm just going to fold those over for a sec. And now this is the bottom. So we're just going to pop a bit of glue on here. So let's put some there. And there. And a bit there. Now I'll just flip that over. And I'll just use my bone folder to press those together. Now, if you want to, you can, so using the one that I was playing around with, I put it on a piece of the same colour card that I've made my box out of, and I traced around it and cut it out to give me this shape. So now, if you don't want to leave it like that, you could add that to the bottom to cover it if you wanted to. And I think I will, just because I can, and I've already cut it out. And I guess if you're putting a little gift in it too, it will also make it a little bit stronger. So I'll just line that up on there. flip it over and give it a push down. So I didn't cut it very well, but that's okay. I can trim that up now. So I'll just trim that up. There we go, that's all right. And then we just close the top, and there's your little box. So it's fairly easy. So that's taken about 15 minutes to put together. So you can do them fairly quickly, but I hope you've enjoyed that, and hopefully it's helped out the lady in the group that was asking how to make them. And hopefully that is what she was showing us in the pictures. So I guess if you wanted to, you could even put a piece of the same decorative paper on here. Or if you're doing it as a gift, you could write on the back your to and from. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that. If you have, please do give me the thumbs up. And if you'd like to come and join us in the Facebook group, please feel free to do so. Just answer the question to join. Thank you for joining me, and we'll see you all again soon. Bye.